And there we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I did move the camera around when I was hopping, skipping, jumping around. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the first Tuesday with Todd of September 2nd. For those keeping track, like you, I don't even know if that makes sense, right? September 2nd. How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday night? It is the Mondayest of Tuesdays around. Would anybody else agree or disagree with that? Because that is kind of how it feels. It was a long day today. We're still stop dropping rocking. How does that go? We're still doing stuff with it. We're checking in here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me, and if all of that fun stuff can happen there. I'm trying to find something over on this other screen to make sure that we are good to go on things. No, that's right. No, there. That's right. Okay. I think we're good. Now. So we'll see. Let's see, because I can move this over there. All right. Let's check in. We'll check in. Here's the goal for tonight. Tonight, we have another bundle drop. So we've got five new designs we're gonna show you. We've got that. The girls posted some new stuff over on that page on the Rhinestone World. So we're gonna show you that. We'll show you how the live templates work. That's the bundle that we're rocking. And somebody had asked me about glitter texture and things, because we did some faux rhinestones and faux glitter for a print. And they're like, well, how do you do that? So I'm going to show you the way that we do it in the wizard, and then how I would do it if you don't have the wizard. So we're going to walk through all that. And now we're going to give you an update on, what are we giving you an update on? We're going to give you an update on how everything is going in the business, where things are with it. Shipping, I know people are pissed. I'm taking full responsibility for that. I didn't realize that what we were getting into, so I'm going to do that. But we're getting there for it. Marsha, yeah, see, now you're here. You're the first one here. Hello, Danielle. Football game on a Tuesday. That's new for me. Kevin, good afternoon, good evening, good everyone there. Did everyone have a good holiday? I worked most of the holiday. I did grill out last night, so we did get to enjoy that. Hopefully everyone did as well. And yes, make sure, like and subscribe and share. I did not have a nice weekend and a nice neighborhood barbecue. I fired up the grill last night. I just went through to push things out and get things going, because we got quite a bit done over the weekend to get orders out, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about first as we catch up on people right here. Just placed a big order at EXO on Monday. They must be busy, not ready yet. Ooh, who's that? Who's EXO? Who do I need to know something? Do I need to know something? So we are working through some of the things with it. At TRW Crystal, howdy. Hope you had a great weekend. That's from Jocelyn. Hi, Ronnie. Hello, Jerry. I'm getting hip again. I got to change the music to make Crystal happy. Crystal likes rock music, so we're gonna make that rock music, Crystal music. That's what I'm gonna change it into it there. And we'll go with that. I feel like this music could be from a hair band in the '80s. I'm down with that. I will take that as a compliment. Corey's still working away, getting stuff out, ready to rock and roll with it. Where did I see? Did I see Eric? Hello, Eric. How are you doing this evening with it? Tim, hopefully all is well with you. That right? How is it September already? That's what I'm saying. September is here, ready to rock and roll. Still summer though. When you ask some people, like to me, September 1st starts fall. Right? That's when pumpkin spice can come out. That's when we can do fall designs. That's when we can start really pushing into Halloween. And so that's everything that we're going to do and go over from there. So little by little, I feel like a sneeze is going to come on. I really, really do. Maybe not. Maybe no sneeze will come on. So that's what we're getting into. Okay. First up, let's give you an update on things. Orders started shipping out last Friday. Last Thursday orders went out. Fridays went out. Nothing went out Saturday, Sunday, Monday because of the holiday. Orders went out today. Orders will continue to go out. We are getting things caught up. We're saying it right now, everything will be out in 3 to 5 days. And that's kind of the goal that we're working towards the end of the week, where everything is caught up. We're going out in 1 to 3 by the end of the week. Now, there are things that are out of stock. Like right now, it says that we are out of acrylic hotfix tape, transfer tape. Well, I know for a fact we have some. So what is the issue? Well, going through the carts, there's over 1,000 feet that are sitting in people's carts. So it pulls it from inventory. So there's an issue right there, is that people are building carts and not placing the order. So then nobody else can buy it. So we've ran into that with a few products that we're finding. We also are coming across products that were low on stock and it still allowed them to order. So we're going through that. So there's going to be some options, some back orders of some things. You'll be notified. We'll get you taken care of. Things are on order. We are bringing things back to stock levels. I have meetings with our rhinestone vendors and suppliers this week. I have meetings with stalls now this week. That one just happened. I have meetings that we're setting up with Caesar this week. So we are getting everything back in order so that way we can start getting product here to get everything filled back up. It has been a way larger undertaking than what I assumed. I mean, I knew it was going to be big, but there's a lot. There's a lot that just went farther than needed more attention than what we thought. And there was some of the ways that things were packed up and moved because of the people that we hired. So some of the stuff didn't get labeled. In fact, a lot of it didn't get labeled. So you can just imagine opening up a container and there's boxes that have no label on it. So you don't know what it is until you go through it. Once again, 100% our fault, not your fault. I am so sorry for those that have had to wait for it. We're doing our best to take care of it. We are only human. It is a lot better for this to happen now than like a month and a half, 2 months from now, going into the super busy season. So I take ownership of it. I effed up. Let's just get out. It was, I had too big of a vision and too short of a timeline, and it just didn't work out the way that it needed to. Now we're going through it. The only thing I can do is, ask for a little more patience and a little more forgiveness. You follow us, you'll see that, we're posting updates as consistently as we can on things. We're getting orders out. We're showing you part of that process. I went live earlier today while we were packing up cameos. I think I went live yesterday while I was picking orders. We're 100% doing the best that we can. And I feel like I'm failing some of you, and it sucks to have that feeling, but it's the reality of, picking up a store and moving it halfway across the country, and then unloading that store. And that's just part of it. I should have said a month, and we were just doing digital products only. Digital products only, no physical products. Hindsight's 2020, right? When you look back at it, you could have always, we could have, woulda, coulda, should have. We didn't. We thought, okay, it's going to ship. Things are going to be to us within a week to 10 days. We'll have 5 days to get everything unloaded and then be able to start shipping. Not the case at all. Grossly underestimated what goes into setting that up, and all I can do is apologize. So if anybody's pissed off, don't get pissed off at the girls. Pilar and Crystal, I've created a nightmare for them. I apologize to you two, and I'm doing that here where everybody can see that. I will more than gladly do it to you, phone, through text, whatever you need. But we'll get through it. So we didn't realize the monster we were creating, but we did, and little by little, we will get there through that. They are crushing it on the back end on things. We're trying to find some new systems to put in place to help ease their things. A lot, I think, can be attributed to the customers. We're going to try and educate the customers better, so that way they have the tools and support that they need, so they don't have to reach out so often. So we're finding holes in the system, and we're just plugging them. And we plug these ones here, and then another one starts over there or over there. And there's a fire to be put out every day. So every day we're firemen, because everything happened. And that's what we're doing, is we're going through it and working through these things. Let's see, what else? What am I? And I'm going through so giving your stuff on there is our goal is to have everything caught up by the end of the week, be it a 1 to 3 day lead time on stuff from orders being placed to being shipped out. The eventual goal, order by noon, ships out by that same day. That's the goal to work there towards. That's the goal. So September goals by October 1st, right? Because we wanted to be shipping orders by September 1st, and we did that badly, but we did it, and we are shipping, and we are getting caught up on things. Like I said, if anybody has a problem, reach out to me, send me, through info, and then go ahead and let me have it. But please, please, please do not blame the girls for this. They're doing everything they can to keep everybody happy. And we had a meeting about it today. And I hope that we generated some good things from that to be able to move through it. So that's kind of the update on things. I think I saw somebody in here asking about adhesive vinyl. That's part of the Caesar meeting on what we can do with that. One of the issues with just like adhesive vinyl in general is it's not a huge seller on the online side for us. And reason being is because a lot of times you can just get it faster and cheaper through Amazon. And that's what people are doing. So to bring things in where we have to bring in, a master roll of 24-inch lime that maybe only one person wants and buys 5 feet of it, we're stuck on it. So Caesar has a couple plans in place, and that's what we're going to meet about on how we can do that and do it efficiently without wasting money, without seeing things in there. So little by little, we're chunking through it. Linda, need an email concerning getting my wizard on my laptop. Did you email in, Linda? I know they're going through those. They're going through the emails in the order that they came in with. So don't think you're being ignored. Usually, within 24 hours, they're getting to you on that. So yes, love Stahl's quality. That's one of our presses. Love them. And there was Gloria. But the 24-inch Caesar adhesive, there's a chance of it, and that's what we're talking with Stahl or with Caesar on, is how we can make that work. There might be where there's minimums on it, and that was one of the things. Is some of the orders I was pulling, we were losing money left and right on it. 100%, I can tell you that, because there's things that people might only order a foot of. So to take a roll of vinyl off a shelf and bring it over to a cutter and pull out that vinyl and cut it and roll it back up and put it on the shelf, and now I'm taking that and putting it in a box, we lost any profit that was in on it because it was only a foot. And that was things that we're seeing is some of these things just doesn't make business sense to do. So there might be a 3 foot or a 5 foot minimum. That's what our talks with Stahl or Caesar. Why do I keep saying Stalls? What Caesar's going to be about. So we can get a better handle on that. So we can make sure that you guys get quality products and a fast timeline for it. There is always surprises you don't think about. See, there's always things you don't think about surprises. I've given up. I don't want to be surprised anymore. I really, really don't. Um, the cost of things, the cost of things is just way more than what I expected. I mean, yeah, way more than what we expected, but that's part of it. Other companies pull things out of carts after X number of days. The e-commerce solution we have, I don't know if that's possible, but man, it sure would be nice if it was there with it. Tim said that his day was filled with making products for one of my stores that closed tomorrow. Hoping to get the other one done. Also finish the one I worked on today. Needing to order prints. Very nice, Tim. And Ronnie says this is a huge undertaking. There's bound to be some hiccups. I hope people give you grace and give yourself some grace. People don't. They expect everything now. Even though we had it plastered all over the website, we had a big main image. We had a bar at the top. We said it all over Facebook, all over everything. People are pissed because they haven't gotten their stuff at. And what options do we have? There's stuff that's packed up, ready to go with labels. They're doing it now. We've missed the cutoff for today. Has already went by, but we're getting things done. We're getting things out there. We're doing our best to give it out. And as far as me, yeah, I know we're doing the best we can. I know that it's not like I'm sitting fun time, party time every night. I know that, from today, I have stopped twice today, and that was for my kids, to take the kids to school. And I didn't even go for the second round of pickup because we had stuff to do today. So I know that I'm giving it my all. I just know that there's a lot on the back end that people don't realize, with talking with vendors, with getting things sorted out, with trying to understand new systems, just even on the HR side of things. It's different when you grow a business. You go over those speed bumps as you're growing, right? So we went from where our business was to a completely different model with a completely different system that does a completely different revenue goal, and just thrown in the fire. Like, here it is. You're figuring it out, boy. Get on it. And that's what we're doing, is we are just figuring it out. So in my head, where I thought things were simpler, where I thought things didn't take as long, it just didn't work out that way. So we're doing it. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. That 100% falls on me. I anticipated things, and they didn't work out that way, and that's all we can do. It'll all work out. Yep, it'll all work out. And like I said, by the end of this week, I think people will be excited for you. Yeah, because I had 3 years to plan this. Brian, I actually had less than 3 months to plan it, and I honestly think from the time we decided that we were doing the physical products was maybe 4 weeks, less than a month from when we were, because at one point it was just going to be the digital side of it. We weren't going to do any physical products at all, just focus on digital 100%. So it was basically, here's a server, here you go. And we can continue to work just like we work, and we don't have to worry about too many things. And I think it might have been within 3 weeks, because we had already signed the agreement. We had already put everything on here. And then this other part of the deal came in, and we said, what the hell? Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Fill in the place. Let's make it happen. Well, yeah, 3 weeks. It was there. Yeah, 100% is called being a business. Well, and even on things like our side of it, for us, we have our mentorship community. So we're doing calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday for them. So now we add that to our YouTube memberships. So now that's Tuesday, Thursday. So, and then we've got Tuesday with Todd that we've brought back for this. We've added another 5 hours. Is that right? All in of just of us time, us hanging out. And I love it. This is my favorite thing to do. Like, being able to talk to you, have a real finger on the pulse, you might say, as to what's going on in our industry and what's going on with you guys and what you guys are having troubles with, what you guys are seeing. I want everybody to be way, way, way more successful than we ever were as a retail thing. That's where I find my enjoyment at, my love, and the excitement on other people. And so going through all of that, it's like that takes time away from other things. I don't know. I think maybe in the last 2 weeks, I've probably only had 2 days where there weren't meetings that should have been an hour long that ended up going 2, 3, 4 hours long as we were going through the process on things. And so we're just working it out. And don't forget, on the front side of this, we still have a retail business that we're still running, even though I was smart in May. And so we're not doing this, and this because I didn't want to be bogged down with it. We still have those coming in. So we have those customers to take care of. Yeah. I could be farther ahead if I stopped sleeping. 100%. I will put that on my notes, Michelle. Stop sleeping. I mean, I don't sleep as it is anyway. Think about you having to move and magnify by 10 times its size. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Especially moving, you don't have a house to move into. Hey, you got to move all this stuff. You've got a week to do it. Of that week, you really only have 3 days to do it, to get everything loaded up, moved, and then on the road. And then you have to sit and wait and hope everything makes up for it and gets there in a safe manner. And you don't know where it's going to end up at. Oh, and you're just going to make stuff do now because you can't wait until things are there. So we're going through it. Thanks, Patty. We are really, really going to do it. And look at that. Disha Mitchell, thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you. Yeah, please be patient. We're all coming out of a long holiday. That's right. Add that to it. Holiday weekend. So, somebody that might have emailed on Friday night at 7:00 feels like they've been ignored because it is now on Tuesday. Well, it's there. And Betty says it's a massive undertaking. I think it's credible. Done as much as you can in a short time. That's what we have to do, right? That's what we can say is we are we're doing the best we can with it, and that's all we can ask for is just a little grace, just a little patience, just a little bit more, and then we'll be able to look back at this and laugh, right? We'll be able to look back at this and laugh. Oh, Amazon does not. That's a good thing then. So maybe there's a chance. There's a chance. There's always a chance, Gloria. Right? We're talking with Caesar this week. We'll see what we can do and go from there. That is 100% what they are looking at doing and offering it to their suppliers, so they don't have to order in master rolls of things and set it there. Like we are going to go through as we are getting more and more inventory, open box, put away, going through stuff and find it. There's a lot of stuff that we have extra. I'm like, why? Why is there so much of this? Like there must have been a sale on it, or maybe I think sometimes you have those customers that consistently buy so much, and so you keep it on hand for them, and then things change, they don't buy it. So you remember. So we'll go through and we're going to find some stuff on it and see what we can do. You have to purchase a 3-foot or 5-foot roll from places like Michael's, so it's fair. And that's what is how can we be more efficient on it, right? Because if we lose money on when we do 1-foot orders, I ask you not, there was at least 10 orders that I pulled where the shipping cost was more than the order. I mean, it's your money, spend it however you want, but that just didn't make sense to me. I'm always one to look at that. And Carol says 5 feet is much more efficient for adhesive vinyls when ordering. Even HTV is much better with 5 feet. Too easy to run out with 1 foot. You might need, and yeah, and that's what we've always like for us is always 15 feet, right? 15 feet, 3 yards, yeah, 5 yards. 5 yards that we order, 3 yards, 3 times 5 is 15. So it's always 15, unless it's something where we are doing samples of it. But we had our color cards for that. So most always was 15 feet. Very, very rarely was it less than that when we went through that. Nature of the beast. People are just spoiled. They want instant everything. Just remember, you can't please it. And I know we can't please everybody, but we sure try. It's the Amazon effect. You order today, I want it here today. That's what we can do. So we're going to keep doing it, Jocelyn. Give it our best and give ourselves the grace going through it because we have some amazing customers, right? We have every customer. I don't care if you never spend $1 with us and you only show up for the trainings and for any of the free files that we have, you have taken time out of your day to be part of our family. So you are just as valuable as the person who spends $1,000 a day. Don't ever think that, you spend this and you're like, no, you're all the same. You're all equal. Nobody's better than anybody. I sure as hell not. I'm no way at all. But we're going to do what we can. with what we got for it. And they're posting the links in here. Yeah. Post up the links. Jerry's jumping in to say hello. Jerry, hello. Are we, are we going to see the demo of the live mini pack? I know I should know this. Yes. Well, we're going to show it how that would work. We're just kind of giving you a State of the Union. Here's what's going on with it and how things are working with it. So yes, we will be doing that. I'm just trying to get a little caught up on there. New designs. Yep, right there. So that way you can get over there and check that out, and you'll be all set, ready to go. So, any other questions, comments, concerns about ordering? That's what we have going up. In fact, girls, what we should probably do is clip out this first part, and anybody that complains, we just send it to them. Be like, here, watch this video. Write this video. They just buy transfers. Just buy transfers. Transfers are so cheap. It just makes sense to buy them. Why do I say that? Well, because this is what I was talking about. Goals for September. These are goals that we have set as a company to have in place by October 1st. Wizard 6. We're going to leave it at that. Wizard 6. We're leaving it at that October 1st. The goal, October 1st. Gangify for our gang sheet builder, integrated into our e-commerce platform so not only will you be able to build your gang sheets right there on TRW's site, you'll also have access to our image library that has thousands of pieces of artwork in there. You can download, print off the transfers, and you can use for your stuff. So that's awesome. We'll really hit that hard. And then getting CAMS machines online for rhinestone transfers. Those are the three things that we want to get done in September to hit our October 1st deadline. So that's what we got. That is where we are with it, and we'll go from there. Eric said, yeah, my day job, store delivers auto parts. Customer wanted $1.60 worth of parts delivered, two nuts, 3 washers, $3 in gas, 18-hour driver, not to mention sales. And yeah, it's there. Thanks, Jocelyn. We'll keep doing it. Even after we have that, we'll give you guys stuff that's going on to it, and it's there. Thanks, Pilar. I want the new mini pack. It's a good mix. In the mini pack, we actually had I'll show you the one that we did last week during our webinar, which I thought was pretty cool. I did it. I love it. Novell, anyone know how to do the scatter effect that all the cheer designers do? I do. In fact, maybe, if we're nice, I don't know if Pilar gave me a definitive yes or no on All-Star training. If you're an All-Star member, she might show off the scatter effect if she does the training on that. They're pretty good, you know. We'll see we'll see if we can talk her into it. But yes, there's a lot of training in there with it. Carol said I've been playing with an AI-based program, seeing what I can design with them. Also, some inspirational designs to share. Love it. AI is here to stay. That is 100% true. It is not going anywhere, and just gotta live with it, right? We're gonna say I gotta share the entire screen to make sure that stuff comes up there. So screen 1, and looky, there's me right there. And now I can hide this, and let's zoom in. Here's the designs that we got. Here are the designs that we have with this. All right. So Fairview Falcons tennis. We've got this one. We've got the Hawks football in this one. We've got the Rangeview Raptors in this one. We have the, I don't know, Pudru. What is that? What is that? Somebody help me with that. Pudre. You know what? Let's just use the wizard. We're going to find all the text, and we're going to change this to Purdue. 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 There. Purdue Eagles, because I can't say the other one. So that's how we did that. Oh, did you see how easy it was to use the wizard to find text and change it out? Great. I'm glad you were able to see that, because that's how the wizard works. And then we created this banger of a one in our training on last Wednesday. We kind of had two different versions of it. One, we're going to show how we were starting to make it a distressed edge around it. The other one, this is where we took trending designs and how we can use those for inspiration to create our own. only 3 layers of vinyl right here. So no big deal with that at all. We created a back piece, and then we created a front left chest. And just for fun, we showed how to create a checkerboard, and that is included in this too. So you get all of these. Putter. Okay, I've got Poudre, Pudder. Which one is it? I don't know which one it is. So we're going to show how all these work out as far as live templates. And if you don't know what a live template is, what is a live template? On the live template, we have a design laid out. Okay. So as you can see here, if I select this design up here is 10 inches wide, right? If I look up here in my top toolbar, it's 10 inches wide. When it's a live template, it's not going to change the size of this. So if we find our text again and we look here under fair view, so I'm going to move this guy out of my way, the wizard, so we can see it, which let me go ahead before I get ahead of myself. If your wizard docker is not there on the side, if you come in your wizard pop out, in your wizard tool, and you click the middle one up here, you find the D. Everybody loves the D because the D is the docker. The docker is going to give us our live template editor, our magic patterns, and our monograms. So we will open live template editor, and now we are in the funness of all the stuff we have going on here. We find the text. It will show us all of the text that's in our design. So it'll show us all the text that's in here. And if we go here to fair view, we can see that when we have fair view up here, we can change this to whatever. So we can change this to Bettendorf, right? We can change that to Bettendorf. And the falcons can become the bulldogs. So bulldogs. And we're going to change the tennis. We're going to change that to chess. Why? Because chess people deserve shirts too. They deserve to look cool and have fun. Why not? Right? So just that simple. We have a layout. We can, with live templates, you're able to change those and keep the overall dimensions of the design. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's move this over here, and we're going to show you something. Okay. So I'm going to type in Bettendorf, Bettendorf. Bettendorf. Anybody know where Bettendorf is? Anybody? Bueller. Okay, so Bettendorf. This one down here, 5 inches by 1.45. And the font is there it is. We're changing the font, so it is right. Oh, no, don't crash on me, baby. There. Okay, so we are going, what did we say that was? 5 inches, roughly 5 inches. Okay, so 5 inches. So these roughly, and let's see, what was the height on this? 1.45. So we'll change this. And if you don't know how to change it, as I'm going to hit Control and show you up here in the top, if you unlock, this will allow you to scale it left, right, up, down without affecting the other one. When it's locked, when you change the dimensional side of it, it'll change both sides of it. When it's unlocked, you can change one. So we know this one's 1.45. So this one, we're going to make 1.45. So they look the same. Okay. So we agree these fundamentally look the same. Close in the size, close in shape, everything's here. Well, if we're in this Bettendorf, right here, we've got a Bettendorf. Oh, and now see if we change it because it's finding all the text, right? Or it's finding both of them. So it'll change them both at the same time. So this is a great one. All right. So Bettendorf, right? Now we're going to change this to Moline. Okay. So M. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? L-I-N-E. One kept the shape and the other one put it out here. Well, what if I want something else? Like Davenport, T-E-O-R-T, Davenport. Oh, that one's there. What if I go with New Boston Academy? Yeah, sure. But see, this is the power of live templates. It'll keep everything in that same dimensional space without distorting anything and making it longer where you have to resize it, or you have to take this and now you're trying to squeeze it in here. So now we have it with this. That's what you would normally do. How much room do I have to work with? What's going on with it? That's what you do. So that's the purpose of a live template. So you don't have to do everything. It will keep everything that same dimensional shape, so you don't have to do that. All right. So back to Bettendorf. All right. Bettendorf. Right now, we've got Bettendorf Bulldogs chess. Well, you know what? Maybe we just want to change the color of it. Their colors are gold and black. Just that simple. Bettendorf Bulldog chess. Taken care of. Ready to roll. Easy enough, like on that. What are some other ones? Hawks football, right? Hawks football. Same thing. We can come in here. Oh no, we're gonna go down the line. So next up, range view. So find the text and it finds it down. Well, let's make some things. Let's make some things right. Okay. So it's going to be easy for me. We're going to put this guy up here. We're going to put this guy right here. We're going to say that Florida State is the best football team in the land. And we're going to put that right there. And we're going to move these guys down here so that's there. So now when I find this, it'll just kind of go in order from it. So we've got Bettendorf Bulldog chess. Now we've got the Purdue Eagles up next here. Purdue Eagles. Purdue. I didn't even spell Purdue right. Jeez. Doesn't matter. Once again, we're going to come over here, find our text. Okay. And by over here, this is right here in the Docker. We're going to find that. Find the text. All right. We're going to change this to Bettendorf. Right. Eettendorf. And they're the Bulldogs. So once again, Bulldogs, Bulldog's, Bulldogs, right? Well, now maybe, and sometimes what you'll run into is that the text will fluctuate because of the height of it, how things are set. So you might have to adjust some little things like here. And it's just going to be this easy. We're going to ungroup it. We're just going to grab that top one and we're just going to arrow up. That's simple. Or we could probably grab this and arrow down. Not too difficult. Now, if we don't want soccer, this is how easy it is to change the soccer ball. We are going to make sure that we have that grabbed. And that is grouped together. We are going to come up here in the wizard, and we're going to change artwork. Where are we going? To the bar. Remember, we go to the bar. We don't go to the folder. We go to the bar. The bar is way more fun. Hit the change artwork. It's going to bring this up here. We are going to go clip art, CDR, mascots. Oh, look, we're going to change it to a bulldog. Yeah, let's change it to that bulldog. We'll hit open. Bob's your uncle. Boom. Bulldog changed. Just that simple. The power, my friends, of the wizard. Now, Hawks football. Well, we're going to change this. We're going to go Bulldogs because we're going to keep the Bulldogs going with it. And instead of football, we're going to go swimming because why not? And for the artwork, let's see what we can find on that. I think we have a swimmer. So we're going to select the artwork. We are going to the bar, up to the bar, change the artwork. We're going to look in our clip art. Let's see. Dance, wrestling, yoga, swimming. There it is, swimming. Okay, that'll work. We're going to change that out. And just like that, swimming. So, another one, done. Range view Raptors. How are we going to change this one? Oh, let me guess. We're just going to go ahead and type in Bettendorf. And these ones, this is when we're on the arc. We do sometimes run into BORF. We do sometimes run into some issues like this. What I do is I will grab here in the corner. I will bring it in. Oh, and I will crash it. Oh, I will crash it. Don't crash, buddy. There, we brought it back. I will bring it in and drop it just a little bit right there because you'll run into that sometimes with circles. The names are longer than what it is with it. Raptors, changing this to Bulldogs. Bulldogs. So we have that there. We've got our little, we're going to ungroup our stuff and we're going to leave it as football. We're going to see if we can swap out our guy, right? So we're going to the bar, coming up here to change artwork. We will select the change artwork. We are going to clip art. We are going to find live template here. Oh, no, not this one. What do we have in here? What do we have in here? Bulldog. Do we got the bulldog paw? Do we got the bulldog? What do we have? This one seems odd. Let's see what happens. There it is. Bulldog claw. I don't know about that. Let's go back to the bar. Sometimes things are pretty in the bar, and then you get them home, not so pretty. That's just life. So what do? Go back to the bar and we see what else we can find. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the bar and we're going to see what else we can find. And what do we decide? Oh, these are all that one. So let's go back up. Mascot, decal, live, faces. Yeah, let's go to the faces. Broken claw. Those are hands, faces. And I'm going to slide this over so I can see some of the bulldogs. Yeah, there. Bulldog. I like that bulldog better. Do you like that bulldog better? Yes. Chess people deserve them probably more. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, Jerry. Yeah, they do. Let's see. Before I get on, you were sounding like my type of people. What did I, Jerry is everybody's type of people. She is very, very good people. I will say that. How do you fix the M behind the swimmer? Oh, all right. So this is how I fix it. I come up here and do you want it to be cut out from it? Do you want to knock out from it? The way that I do traditional designs like this is I will come in here and I will go to my friend, the contour tool, which we're going to show you. If you do not have your contour tool, you can come up here to Windows and you right here at the top of the screen, Windows. We're going to click on Windows. We're going to scroll down about halfway to Dockers. Then we're going to come over and we're going to find contour. Dockers contour, right? Oh wait. No, we're not. No, we're not. Reverse that last part. We're not doing that. We're just going to come over here in our Docker on the side and hit the plus side. We're going to hit the plus side. Look. Now it brings all these up. And now right here is our contour tool. So now we've got our contour on it. So I'm going to come over here in a contour. What am I going to do with this? I want an outside contour. So we're going to go with an outside contour. I'm going to go with just an off color so I can see what it is. What the hell happened to that? Because it's still set on the inside. So it's being some weird stuff. And it went to a yellow. So see, that the green, that's not right. How about we take it to the outside and then apply? There we go. Now, is it too big? Yes, of course it's too big. Bring that down some so you're good to here. And you can select the green, select the M. You can come into our live template editor and you can remove shapes behind, right? Is that right? Magic boundary. There, it does all that. If we take this away, right? Break apart. No, it didn't. What do I do? I got to break it apart, right? Break it apart. Merge, remove shapes behind, right? And then it did it. Nope. Fine. Old school. We're grabbing the green, we're grabbing the gray, we're coming up here to the top of our toolbar, which you can see right here. We're visiting our buddy trim. We're hitting trim. There it is. Now when we move that, there it is. You still got this little piece right here. So when we have a little weird piece like this, we're coming over here on the left side. Depending where yours is, if it's on left side or right side or upside or downside, we're going to find the shape tool. We're finding the shape tool. It brings up the nodes. We're going to select those, and then we'll just delete them off of here. The cat just tried getting up here and scaring the hell out of me. And there, just like that. That's taken care of and done. So we've got that one. So there, we were able to take 4 designs, make them 4 different things, put it in there with it. Now, the fun one. And I had a really fun time making this design. What did I do? I did some weird stuff with this. Did I import it? I got to look and see. I did something to it. I don't know what I did to it, to be honest with you, because it should not look like that, and it does not look like that on what I did. So I think as I was playing with this earlier, I did some things. Let me see. Spartans in there, some value. Let's see what happens when we change the Spartans, and then we'll go from here. Yep, did not work. So I am going to delete this one out, and then I'm going to re-import it, and then it should be good to go. Retro circle, import. Yeah, now I didn't break it. Woohoo! So this was a fun one, and I really like doing this. And remember, with all these, we can change colors. We can do whatever we want. Todd sounds like Todd has bar experience. I was a bartender and ran a bar for many, many years. It was a great time. Late 20s, early 30s, and it's there. Jocelyn, does the clip art for art swapping have to be a live template part, or could it be anything? Could be anything. Can be anything with it. And thanks all for you know what I'm talking about, for answering the questions that are in here in the comments. And that way we're good to go with it. Watching Todd is the reason I bought the Wizard. I love that. And Jesse, the reason I didn't use the boundary tool on this was if I used the boundary tool, it wouldn't have given me this space right here between these two. It would have just cut it off right here. So that's why I used the boundary. I did not use the boundary tool. I could have used it, but since I was just using to cut it out, that's why I did it right there with it instead of the boundary tool with it. Let's see. I'm glad I'm not the only. Yeah, dude, Gloria, you're not. Like I fight with it. I fight with it multiple times a day. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, everything's perfect. No, it's not. Things happen, things crash. Welcome to being a designer. Yes, Jerry, you get the correct one. I was in here playing around with stuff prior to it, and I made sure it was there. And Plar says, the trick is to make sure your layers that you're working with at the farthest back. That's right. Visually, we don't always do that. So that was probably my reasoning behind it. So yes, like this one. I really dug doing this design. Really enjoyed the creation part of it and everything that goes along with it. So here we have the semi-valent Spartans. Well, this really, because this is the Bobcat, not a Spartan. Don't know if anybody caught that or not, but we can come in here and Simi Valley. This is going to be Butterworth. So BU. No, not B plus. How about BUTTERWORTH? Butterworth Bobcats. The Bowcats, right? That's what we decided. Oh, I messed something up. Just do a quick little fine text and see. Oh, yeah, I did mess something up. I messed something up somewhere. Let's find out where it is. Okay, Butterworth. There it is. Spartans. They are not the Spartans. They are the Bowcats. That's what we're deciding. They are the Bowcats. So they are the Bow Bobcats. Not cast. Catters. How about Bobcats, Todd? Bobcats. They are the Bobcats. Now, something you didn't see is it changed it on this other one too, because it picked them up all. It picked them all up. It picked them all up on it. How about I move the screen? So that way we move it there. How about I move the screen? So you can see it. So it changed them both on it. Like I said, this one you'll also get the wavy checkerboard that we made for this background in it. And we created this front one so that way we're able to make a left chest logo. So you can do that on the far back. Logo all in there. You can do this as a left chest. We're going to find okay. So here's something to remember. This is why we have a few options here, because I'm going to show you something. So right now, if I ungroup this, if you don't know how to ungroup, we have a couple ways. Right here at the top, or in the wizard, we have right here, ungroup everything selected. All right. Right now, I want you to look at right here, Butterworth, and right here, Butterworth. If I find all my text right here in my live template editor, I only have one Butterworth in here. So if I click that, it's going to change everything. So it changed all of them. See, Moline. It changed all of them. And we didn't want that. We just wanted this one changed. So Control Z back, or we can hit the whatchamacallit button right up here at the top to go back to everything where it is. Because look, see, it went through all these steps. This is how many steps that the wizard did for us. Think about that. This is how many steps that it did for us. It went through and go through and see everything. It's a lot. It's a lot of steps that it decided that it needed to do. So we might even reach the limit because of it changing all of these. And if we did, then it's easy enough. We'll show you how to fix that if we did. See, we did. We reached the limit on it. So now if we find all the text, we've got an M. We're changing this back to Butterworth. Butterworth. So we didn't want that. This right here, show all. So we're going to show all and find the text. Now, when we click on this and we look at Butterworth, it is showing, or Bobcats, it's showing that Bobcat. It's showing the 3 layers of Bobcats behind here. We've got multiple layers of Butterworth right here. So it's going to change all those. And what do you mean? Well, we got 3 layers on this. So if we change this to the Bobcats, you'll see where things don't match up. I'll zoom in so you can see a little better. The Bowcats, right? No, it's Bobcats. It's Bobcats. Well, now we got to change the one behind it. Bobcats. 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 And there it is. So now we're all changed for it. Otherwise, what it's going to do is it's going to find all those iterations of it. Is that the word? Yeah. It'll show them everything when you show all. When you just do find text, it just groups them all together for it. Let's see. Crystal, I don't see the checkerboard and the triangle alone in the mini pack. Are you missing something? Yes, Jerry, because they were all in this same file. They're all in this same file. There's 2 different ones. This one where we started to do kind of a distress logo on it, which you want to know how to distress this. You literally select the object, and then you're going to come up here to the shape tool. And now you're just going to, we got nodes up here. We're going to add a node. We're going to add a node. We're going to add a node. Add a node. Change the node by coming up here and do some funky stuff with it. Smooth the node, and you're just going to reach in here and, oh, look, we just made that distressed. Oh, look, we just made that distressed. Super simple, super easy to go again about it. So that's it. So this is all one file, Jerry. You'll get the 2 different versions of this. You'll get the checkerboard and this one in it. So I really dig this one. I think that's my favorite with it. And it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Why? Because we made a design and we saw one and said, how can we recreate that as our own? And that's what we did. All right. Questions, comments, concerns as we go through that. Woohoo! All of them came. And when she says all of them, folks, she means all of them. Like 6, 10, 30. I don't know how many she ordered. Show an example of this one with the layers. Is that what you want to see, Michelle? Layers. So we've got I'm going to show it on, I'm going to grab one and show it on the next screen. Is this the one? Or is that another one you want to see? Let me know, and then we'll go from there. The Bowcats, right? We're going to be the Bowcats. Can you remove the text? Which text, Jerry? Just any of the text? Like here, if we want to remove this text, we're just selecting it. Delete. Done. Oh, you don't like the placement of this guy? Okay, done. But you're going to run into where we cut them out for no, because we got the black up there. So yeah, remember everything fully editable, editable, editable. Can you name the layers like you can in Photoshop? Barb, that's a great question. You know what my answer to that? I don't know. I'm not a Photoshop guy. Honest on all things Corel I don't think I've ever used the layers options, but I think I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I think you can when you pull them up. Just not a lot of sureness. Barb says that she finds naming them easier to modify, especially with multiple layers. 100% would agree with that. I don't see the checkerboard and the triangle alone. Yes, Jerry. Oh, maybe I already asked that. It's right there inside of that. Or you can just copy. That's it. Yep. Select it to a new tab. That's what I was going to do and put it on there. She wanted you to remove my comment from the screen because we could. Okay. I got it. Yep. There it is. We can do that. Now, as we go further in this, I now we're going to go to the next level of StreamYard because of what we need. Then we can have the girls inside here, like as mini producers, and they can click buttons and mute me and do whatever they want that's in there. But I really dig this design. I had a fun time making it. First, any other questions, comments, concerns in this? What do you think? What do you think of these designs? We've got this one, we've got that one, we've got this one, we've got that one, and we've got this one. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? I know my favorite. And it doesn't have to be your favorite, but you will like it. I put a lot of work in this, and you're going to like it. That's what you're going to do. Make me smile. That's what I want to see. So, what did we do? Well, through the magic of the internet, you know what we did? We went ahead and we printed these out. And I'm going to show you. I clipped out some stuff. There it is. There is the Bobcats. Wow. There's the Bobcats. So there is the left chest that we made as a full front. Ooh, see? Full front action on that. You know what else we did? We got the left chest one. So there's the little left chest one. Right there. Right there. And then we got the circle. Cha-da. Cha-ding, cha-bong. Bobcats. There it is. Done. So we did all those from the wizard in a matter of minutes. Super simple, super easy to use. There's no reason that you shouldn't be using them. The time savings, folks. Time. Your time is valuable. Your time, super, super valuable on that. So make sure that you're trying to find ways to become more efficient in it. When you're more efficient in your artwork, you can make more money because you can. Yes, you can. There it is. Yeah, I'll take that shameless plug. Fat Dad Print Co. Use the code TRW25 for 25% off your first order on digital and DTF. So that's also including, what are those things? Temporary tattoos. Yep. UV DTF. Yeah. DTF. We got you. Link for cameos. We are running out of the cheap cameos. I don't think there's a whole lot left. You guys have smashed that. So if you still need a cameo, perfect Christmas present. You can still get there to do it. And then you can find all the links over there. Now, one thing that I wanted to touch on, because I think we're going to do something a little, I'm going to bring this back up. Somebody asked me, and so we're just going to bring it back on screen. Somebody asked me about, did I create this? Yeah, I did do this. No. What am I doing? We're going to select all of these. The bow. We're going to select the bow out of here, and then I'm going to turn it red so I can see it. Okay. So we did names on the back of some cheer gear where it had a bow, and then it had their name down here. So Todd. That was me. We're going to do an impact font because I'm cool like that. Impact. There it is. Now with the power of the wizard, we're going to grab our wizard. We're going to hit our flyout right here, our text flyout. Ba-bow! And we've got all these amazing things. This one being vertical. Boom. We just made Todd vertical. We made Todd vertical just like that. Okay. So we did faux glitter. Do we know what faux glitter is? Faux glitter. It's like glitter, but it's not real glitter. Okay. Like glitter, but it's not. Hold on a second. I got to stop. Michelle, thank you. We had this discussion before. Sometimes I get on a roll and I just start powering through things. I will make sure to slow down and do that again. All right. Thank you for reminding me, Michelle. So I will control Z, 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 Z back. Z, 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 Z. Okay. We've got our bow, just a standard bow. This is just going to show you how we can make this look like faux glitter, okay? To make a vertical name, all right? We've typed it out. We're just sizing it. Doesn't really matter right now. We've got Todd. Todd needs to be vertical. In our design wizard, if we come right here to the top left corner, is the text bump out right here. So inside of here, when we hover over each one of these tabs, it gives us options, right? So whether we can edit the text dialog, change to uppercase, there it is, change to lowercase, we can change to title case, we can change it to a 2-color magic text. We can change it to vertical. We can break it apart. We can change to text a monogram. I don't recommend doing that. Monograms I stay away from. I really, really do. But we are going to make this uppercase, and that's going to be the U right here where I'm making it pow, 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 pow. So it's uppercase. We're going to come here to the V right here, and we're going to make that vertical. So now that is vertical Todd, right? Todd all vertical and stuff. If you want to adjust the spacing on this, you will come over here to your toolbar, and you want to go to the shape tool. We'll find out. Yep, shape tool. We want to go to the shape tool because we're looking for these guys right here, because this is how we're going to adjust it. We are going to grab the bottom, and we can bring it up. So it's a little more with that. Just super simple, super easy on this. So now we have this properly laid out on where we want it. Now, if you have the wizard and you want to do faux glitter, let me talk to you, because this is an amazing thing. I need to make a box so you can understand how this will work in future references, so you can get a better picture of this. If we come over here to the design wizard and we hit this arrow right here, our select vinyl library. Okay. If we select the vinyl library, we have our vinyl library in here. Now I will tell you that in the Wizard 6, you're going to see a lot of options in here. I will also tell you that there might be this type of button over here for rhinestones. Oh my, maybe that's there. Well, we are going to scroll down here, and we are going to find our friend Caesar Glitter. All right. So Caesar Glitter, what does that do? That makes things look like glitter. So we have our box that we just created, and there's going to be a reason behind my madness in this in a second. Okay. So if we make this a blue, there it is. It patterned that to look like glitter. Now we have options above our glitter. If we look right here where the checkerboard is, right? And then I want you to look right down here at the bottom, because remember, when we hover over things, it says what they are down here. So as we hover over this, it says vinyl medium. So we've got sizes. When we click on it, let me do that again. Right here, when we click on it, we have small, medium, large, extra large. We still have this selected over here. See, it's still selected over here. So if we say small, it makes the pattern small. We can see by the multiple squares in here. If we want medium, it changes it to medium. If we want large, it changes it to large. And if we want extra mundo large, it will go there. So you can pick out how you want it to look. All right. So we are going to do a few things. I'm selecting the entire image. I'm holding down my left mouse key, holding down shift, and just sliding over to the right side, and then right clicking so it's there. Okay. So if we want this to be blue glitter, all right, blue glitter, right? First, we're going to group this to make sure it's there, because it should still work with the group. It's been a while, so we're going to see. I'm going to right click on our blue glitter. I'm going to come down here to power clip, and we get an arrow. I am going to move this arrow to the image and hit it, and there it is. It made it look like glitter. Woo! Now, if you have the wizard, and here's the thing, if you don't have these patterns, you got to go to your manufacturer's website, download the color swatch for it, make it. You're not being able to adjust the things with it. In the wizard, we can, since these are all together, we can just hit the color, and it just does it. It just does it. And so you can make it look like faux glitter, and then you can print it out. Perfect for DTF, perfect for mock-ups. This is where you use the mock-ups for about it. So this right here is another fun tool to use for it, where you can change out all the different colors, all the patterns, everything that's here. And it works for any of the patterns. If we come back up here and we have, what do we have? Some easy patterns that are in here. Same way, you know, Like if we look at this, do you want to change up how it looks? Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. What do we want to do? Ooh, that's the football one. Ooh, the football one's kind of sweet. Houndstooth, we got you. You want this? And these are all just the patterns, and they're just super simple, super easy to change. And with today's day and age in digital printing, especially DTF transfers, this is super awesome on it. How does it, Jocelyn? How does that faux glitter looks out? Exactly how it's printed, exactly how it's done here. So, like this one, you see how that's kind of grainy. If we come up here and we select where our blue one is, it's there. Let's make it small. Ah, look. So it'll look much better at that. In fact, I don't know if I have a glitter one. I'll post it. I will do one where we're in a faux glitter. Look at there, stripes, baby, camo. Yep, digital camo. I will do one so that, and I'll post it in the group so that way we can see what it looks like. But it looks like any image when it comes to digital printing, image in, image out. So garbage in, garbage out. Good image in, good image out. So it goes to see how that all works. He said, don't forget to look at the included video tutorials within the wizard to quickly see how to use some of the tools. Which, and this is the thing. Does everybody know about this one right here? Because a lot of people I have found don't. If you are in the wizard, right? Here's our design wizard. Right here, video tutorials. We click that. Oh, every one of these buttons, every one of these tabs will link you to a video to show you what it does and how it works it. So that's always something to keep in mind. If you're unstuck, you're unstuck. If you're stuck and you want to get unstuck, check that out. How long has a small? It's 10 years, Jerry. As long as I can remember. As long as I can remember, that has been there where you can change the size of stuff. And where I use it the most at is because there's different ones in here. A metal texture. So see, you've got that. So you can kind of have those faux looks on things with it. And the patterns are already here in the wizard. We might do a whole thing on this. Strip flock, so it kind of looks like strip flocky. Which next week I have a cheer. Okay, so here's how this is gonna. I'm trying to figure out how this is gonna work if we don't have everything in order to do everything I want to do. But I think I'm gonna try, if not press a new design, have it done beforehand. If I don't walk you through it, it's a cheer mom that is MultiDec with rhinestones, holographic vinyl, and flock, baby. Flock. Woo! So that is something that I'm working on. That's what I'm shooting for next Tuesday to be able to drop that for you and talk about flock in the dimensional process with that. So, yes, there will be new updated videos in Wizard 6. What the? I see the future. DTF designs with coordinated rhinestones and multi-deck templates. Yes. 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 That's the we're working on that where you can take this, like let's okay. Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. We're like, listen, we're just friends here. Let's see what we can do. We're just going to grab this one, right? We're going to bring it right here. We are going to add it's going to be grouped, right? It's grouped. We're going to add a quick contour around it. Yep. We want that contour. We're going to see. Oh, no, because it's all right there, right? Yeah, that's right, because I grouped it all. Oh, yeah. Here's how I'm going to do it. At a boundary. My friend, the boundary, right up here at the top boundary. We're going to see what happens with that. What's it look like? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Now I can add my outside to that. Right? Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where did you go, buddy? We're going to send it to the back right here. Oh, there it is. Fabulous, because you're not a fill color. Now, if I come up here and let's see place and fill, and we got 2 islandos, right? And 250 all 10. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Shh. No, I didn't need to report that. I didn't want to report that. I didn't want to report that. I want add stones. There it goes. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I know I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. You want to know why? Because here's what the problem with this one is. This one, we're going to delete out of here. This one needs to be sized a little more correctly because it's only 4 inches. So we'll take that to 10 inches. Woo, there we go. 10 inches. Now, let's put a boundary around it. Okay. By hitting a boundary, we're going to hover up here. We've got our boundary tool. It is going to give us a boundary around it. We're going to set this at 0.13. Let's see what we got here. All right. Now, if we break this apart, break the contour apart, we take this line, and I think, listen, I'm telling you guys, I'm not the stone king, but I will try my damnedest at trying to see what I can do on it. Oh, yeah, hide the comments. You weren't missing much. You weren't missing much. You weren't missing much. So that way we can go here. Don't hit yes to report to TRW. It's a user error. Whatever. Everybody hit yes. Wasn't a user error. It wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do. So now if we hit path fill, woo, look at that. Oh, we just put rhinestones around it. Yeah, baby. Are they greatest? No, because there's stuff that's overlapping. There's stuff that's here. But if we take these and we make them crystal, there they are. And we clear the paths right here. Okay. So now we've got this little funky monkey with that stuff around it. We're going to select it all. We're going to come to our mock-ups right here. We're going to do this Wimbledon's burnout. Yeah. We're going to simulate those stones. Yeah. We're going to click on the shirt. Yeah. It's going to do its mumbo jumbo. Yeah. And there it is. We're going to put this on a black shirt so we can see. And ta-da! Change some of the dots to there. I forgot it does that. Okay. So you might have to go in and delete some stuff because it thinks these are there. But that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. There it is. Easy enough. Aren't you so glad you learned with me? So that's what we got, where we can do it there for it. Well, I kind of have fun with my own stuff. You can see what it is. I know, Pilar. I was just trying to see what happened. Listen, we're seeing how it worked with that. And that way it doesn't work. And there it is, merge. This is why Pilar tells me to merge. I'm a bad student. I'm just going to click buttons and see what happens, right? Merge, right? Merge, baby. Place and fill down here at the bottom, right? We want to merge overlapping stones. Get out there. There it is. Merge. Oh, I got to select them all. That's right. There's that. And look, Pilar just sent me a message, and it's there. The cougar has measles. Cougar has stones, and it's all good with it. But that's what we have. So 100% you can 100% you can take your designs that you'd use for DTF, and you can print those out, and you beforehand create the stone design form, so that way you can have 2 versions of a full one and then one with stones on it. So yes, 100% do that. That's the future, is where we can put the stuff in there for it good to go. I try, Lily. I try. Right? I mean, that's Pilar also training on Wednesday. Let's do it. Listen, I knew enough about stones to get me in trouble. Okay? That's what I do. And then I don't do it because I'm like, all right, I'm just going to fix this real quick and make the stuff work around it, however it is. So that's what we got. That's what we got for you tonight. No, what else do I got? I got to find there was some stuff, right? Girls, there was some stuff in here because we were doing a 92. We are going to what are we gonna do? Oh, we've got some giveaways. Yeah. I'm going to do we have all the stuff in here for links? I think the links are good in here. So we're gonna post the links. What do you say? 5-year member and random member. I need, what's our numbers right now? I need to give something to a random winner and a 5-year member. I need pickles. Pickles sound good. I need some stuff. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Maybe. Well, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I need you to go check out all the stuff that's in there for that. I need to check out the new designs. I need you to check out the new webinars, new trainings, new bundles, new designs. I need all the stuff. That's what I need. I need all the stuff. I need you to go do all the stuff. I need you to like and subscribe. I need you to share. Sharing's caring. That's what you got. You're out of white cameos. So I just oh, are we? Are we? Are we officially out of white cameos? Smack-a-lack. Let me go look. Products. That's a great thing. Products. Ooh. Ooh. We're officially out of stock. We sold them all. There is no cameos in stock. I think we sold them all. Congrats to you guys. That's awesome. Thank you so very much for that. I think they are all sold. So we'll double check inventory because I did keep some back just in case there was, I didn't put all of them out there. So awesome. Thank you so very, very much for that. So we don't have to put any more stuff on that. I love it. This was a custom 4 off this. Do we have this listed on the site as a download, Pilar? Somebody else had asked me about it, and I meant to ask that. I do believe all the cameos are gone, Jerry. I do believe all the cameos are gone now. So we'll go with that. Yeah. I can get 6 of them, maybe 8. Now she got 2 more, so 8. So yeah. Yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and draw some winner chicken dinners here because I did see that on there. And can I get a drum roll? Everybody. For the 5-year member is Peggy. Peggy with the cameo queen. Peggy was the 5-year member. And the random winner, Barb LaFond. Barb just upgraded to Hall of Fame, and she's the random winner. Double winner tonight. Ooh wee. That's what I'm talking about. Double dipping. So if you're not a member, make sure go up there and become a member of stuff. We have all the way from I think it's like what, $1, $2 up to the stuff where we do multiple trainings a week on things, your Q&As. You get a ton of discounts and prizes, product on digital side of things where there's digital designs, there's fonts, there's all kinds of stuff listed on there. All of them. I'm pretty sure all of them. I think I might have kept some of them back as I was looking at the stack there this morning. As I think I might have kept like 20 or 30 of them back just in case. Next webinar. So let me know what you think of this idea for webinar. I've done this in years past when in our private trainings, and I've done it as presented material for other classes and that. But I was thinking of bringing it here for the webinars here, where they're only $20 for it, which is considerably cheaper than what we would charge before for this. But a holiday prep, kind of a 12-week guide to the holidays, and going through it, we're going to talk about, it's pretty much is a holiday roadmap. Going through to determining your deals, refining your brand, cleaning up your tech, building your content, what to do each week between now and the holidays, setting expectations with cutoffs, with rush fees, ordering early on products you're worried might sell out, so you're not stuck in November trying to order things you can't order anymore. And then a lot of the events and causes and celebrations that happen between now and then that you can use to create content with. For those that don't know, October 9th is Crystal's favorite day because it is Moldy Cheese Day. Moldy Cheese Day is October 9th. So make sure on that day to post a cheesy design of yours and make Crystal happy on that day. So we have a whole program on that we've done, and I think that's what I'm going to do on next Wednesday. It's either going to be next Wednesday, is that the 10th? It'll either be the 10th or the 17th. I'm trying to get all the stuff in order to make sure it's good to go. You will get PDFs of the stuff, so you'll know the calendar dates of what stuff is. You'll know that, October 21st is International Nacho Day, and on October 23rd, I am calling into work because that is Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day, and I have a feeling that I'm going to get like 4 slaps. So we're just gonna call in that day with it. And there's all kinds of different days. Of National First Responders Day in October. We've got Halloween. We've got Daylight Savings Time. We've got National Deviled Egg Day in November. We've got National Donut Day. But going through all of that and kind of that plan to put things out there to help you stay in front of the content, to build your brand, to put it out there, and just give you ideas, because we know it gets crazy in that fourth quarter. So kind of a plan to lay out there with it. I just wanted pickles. I haven't had a pickle for a while. Corey doesn't like pickles. They sell pickle sickles at the ball field, down with a pickle sickle. I thought I had pickles in there, and she said they were in the back of the fridge. I threw them away. I'm like, you did what? Pickles never go bad. Give me my pickles. I miss my pickles. Angela, it won't. It was you having a pressure issue with it. I know sometimes that can be an issue with those on it. Actually, I'm not. I'm pretty mellowed. He's going to be able to fall asleep. Pretty mellowed, pretty on. I tried to calm down tonight and be slower with the things. So hopefully I did. And remember, like I told Michelle earlier, if you feel like I'm going too fast, let me know in the comments, because I will do my best to continue to slow down on that. Yes, Russeline, I will do. When you submit those, we'll double check to make sure everything is good with it. I like to leave a 1/4 inch between all of my artwork, so it's easy to cut. I like straight across, ups and downs, to make it super simple, super easy to go with it. Even without the discount, I could buy a Kano locally without the border hassles. Ooh, border hassles. I don't blame you there with it. Oh, we don't do rhinestone stuff. Well, we do. We do. I want to see some of your first creations. Yeah, tell me what you did wrong and learn since you started. Tell Crystal a story. That's right. Is this a webinar you're talking about? Yes, that's a webinar that we're talking about. It'll be $20 webinar. Super value oriented with it, because hey, we want to be able to provide you with all the stuff with it. Something like Blue Cheese Day. I love blue cheese. One of our favorite restaurants, they have a bacon blue cheeseburger with the blue cheese crumbles on. Oh my God. That sounds really, really good. I should probably eat dinner since it's almost 8:30 here. Remind me to drive out to Illinois and drop by Kansas and pick up TRW Crystal and Lilac to run away to see you that day. That's why I'm calling in. That's why I'm calling in. Telling you that. I didn't know she liked moldy cheese. Putting her name on the wrong direction, that I knew. She puts it on the right direction, and she likes moldy cheese. She does. The end of October sad for me. My mother passed away a couple. I get that September, the end of this month. Right, it was my dad passed away, and it was right before his birthday, which it was right before his 60th birthday. Yeah, right before his 60th birthday. He was supposed to turn 60, so he died at 59, and we had planned a celebration for him because we knew he wasn't going to be around much longer. So at least it didn't go to waste, because we took the day we were supposed to celebrate his birthday, and that's the day we did the funeral on it. Love you, Pops. It worked out well. I'm with Corey. Even the smell upsets me. It is so good. If you're a pickle snob like me, get the brand Best Made. Has a little girl cartoon head. Only ones I ever thought were perfect. I even thinking about pickles make my eyes water. That's how good they are. I'm down with making some pickles. Let's go make some pickles. I'm a nacho slob. Nacho snob. We just I did some Dr. Pepper sloppy joes, and then the kids love when I do Dr. Pepper sloppy joes because they use that as nacho meat. They're all about that for it. Nacho meat. I'm all about that. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else in here? I have your whole Addy. Yeah, you do. Because that's how I got this. That's, I guess. Did we get the answer? Is this on the website for people to download? I don't remember. Is it only available to certain fun people? What do you guys think? Should we do that as a free download for our YouTube members? Means you gotta be a member of YouTube to get this design. Is that what we got to do? I got something in my eye. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, first Swiss Colony snore, moldy cheese. Just can't do Swiss Colony. I'm down with that. What? I only hold pickles with a straw. Now that is just weird. I'm not even sure how to do with that. I am not. I got a bag upstairs. I do. I have. Okay. If you're like me, when you first get them, you decided to eat half the bag and then your tummy hurt because you should not have done that? Yeah, I did. Because when I saw those, they're, oh, good bread and butter. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, I didn't see it, Pilar, because I didn't. I probably go back and scroll through. I did not see it. I'm trying to. I like spicy. I like a spicy pickle. I do. I do. I do. I don't think it's a please do. So yeah. How special to be raised by your grandma. It is. It is very special. HOA first, Hall of Fame first. I am down with that. I gotta approve anything like so. Listen, anytime it comes to me saying we're giving stuff away or we're doing this, I need approval for that. I need to ask Pilar and Crystal, is this possible? Even if it is and they don't feel like doing it, they say, no, we can't do this. I have to believe them because I don't know how to. So if they're like, no, we can't do that. Okay, we'll add that to the list of things to figure out someday. So yeah, we'll get through that. We'll get through it all. All right. So hopefully, did everybody learn something tonight? Did I teach you anything? I hope so. If not, what do you want to learn? What can I help you with to go through there? Let me know what else can I screw up for you? Next Tuesday, continuing on through the week. We are going to do everything in our power to have orders caught up by the end of the week. Just give us time. Yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. We have Makers and Movers podcast tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is where I typically plug our mentorship community, but that is on hold right now. And as we're moving it over to the new system, we give people ample time to get in there. That price is going up considerably if you weren't a member beforehand, because there is a lot that goes into that. And so we've got that tomorrow with them. They have their Zoom room open. And then so we Makers and Movers podcast Wednesday. What's our topic? We've got some banger topics coming up on that. Let me check on there because I've been trying to get really good about scheduling stuff out. So that way we know what we're talking about and what we're doing on these. Makes life a lot easier. Planning. If we go into makers and movers, makers and movers and makers and shakers, movers and makers. What do we got in here? Tomorrow is going to be the 3rd, right? So as we go through this, and I scroll down to the 3rd for my big stuff. There's the 29th, so it'll be the next one because they're Wednesday. Show your work. Oh, that's what we're talking about. We're 30 minutes away from where we're going to walk through, because this was, I think, a Jerry thing. I think this was a Jerry talk from our mentorship community, was 5 ways to build a confidence boosting portfolio. So even if it's just mock-ups or samples, we're going to show you how to make proofs that, that people make you trust and want to order. So, starting with your best existing products, why creating samples is worth the time, how to use those mock-ups to fill your portfolio gaps, easy ways to organize your portfolio for quick sharing, and the habit of updating it so it grows with your business. That's tomorrow morning. And then Friday, September 5th, is going to be bounce back stronger. What does that mean? Here's another one that we talked about in our mentorship community, was turning rejection into growth. Because let me tell you, rejection happens to everybody. So we're going to give you some ways to handle rejection so it stops feeling like a failure and starts fueling your growth. Why no's mean not now, how we can turn rejection into feedback, a simple mindset shift that keeps rejection from feeling personal. Remember, all of this is, you got to be able to separate business from personal, emotional from personal, emotional from business. It's tough, but we got to do it. and then how, resilience comes from rejection itself. So we've got that. And then on Monday, we're going to talk about fourth quarter success. It's kind of the precursor to the training. So, the webinar that we'll do. So, some ways that we can have some sets. I think September 10th is what I'm shooting for. Next Wednesday is that webinar. Only $20 could save you hours of stress and time, because we're going to show you setting off, Christmas cutoff dates, rush fees, you being your best friend, training your customers to order early, clear communication, simple tools to stay organized during the rush. So those are the next coming shows that we have going on with that. No, Jerry, mentorship is closed. They will get that at the new thing for it. Because we're moving to that new site. That's part of the stuff that we're gonna. So show your work tomorrow. Look at your screen. I know. I was trying to find the other screen. Pilar. I was trying to find my one screen that had my internal stuff on it, so I could go through with it. So that way we got far. Okay. With that, everybody have a great night tonight. We'll be back again next week. We got Cheer Mom, MultiDec, with rhinestones, flock, and holographic vinyl. Sounds scary, but it's really not. So we're going to do this. He says, I like how you think set it up. Makes it much easier to plan ahead. I'm trying because it makes it easier for me too. So we can have everything in there. You can see where it is. I think they're getting a lot of stuff put out there for it. So everybody have an amazing night. You can find us anytime, any place online. If you have any issues, email in to info@therhinestoneworld.com. Be nice. Because maybe if you're mean, we didn't see that. It got filtered out. We got a nice filter on. If you're not nice, it gets filtered, and then we come back and find it. Be like, oh, that's right. The email that said, F you mother effer. Where's my effing stones that I ordered yesterday at midnight? Where the F are they? Those ones get hidden. And then we just be like, oh, sorry, didn't see it. All right. 5 years in random. 5 year in random. We did that. It was Peggy. And it was Barb. We got those. We did this. We got it. Right? And those ones get filtered to Todd. So yes, they do. So we got one of those emails today. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, listen, I'm not giving you life-saving medication for cancer. We're giving you stuff to make apparel with. Sorry. That's what we're working through. All right. Everybody have a great night. We will see you at one of our next shows. Until then, peace, love, press on. We will see you next time.